In 2024, Muslims are some of the most hateful people on the internet. It makes me really sad to say this, but if you go on any male Muslim influencer's Instagram or YouTube and you go on comments, you're going to see a bunch of Muslims getting mad at them for the dumbest things. I was watching Iron Fit Coach on Instagram, if you know him, Maki Tijani, very popular people. You go on the comments, about 90% of the comments are hateful. And they're not even valid. They're not even based on the teachings of Islam. It's just a bunch of people saying, if you want your wife to be like this, then you have to be fair, then you have to be like this. His men and women are the same. Like, what? There's only one place on the Muslim side of the internet where you will find very, very loving, wholesome comments. It's if you go on any female Muslim influencer's account where they show themselves, like they're still wearing the hijab, whatever, but they're still showing like everything, no point to it. You're going to see a bunch of men praising the hell out of her. MashaAllah, so beautiful. Oh my God, you're so amazing. I want a wife like this. It's a bunch of men, and it's always a bunch of simps. These are the same guys that are under my comments getting mad at me for showing pictures of people when they're literally looking at female posts and, commenting on them. This makes no sense, wallahi. Now you might be thinking, well, it's not just the Muslims, it's the whole online sphere, it's just normal. You would think so. I had a non-Muslim Instagram account at what point? I was just teaching martial arts. I had like a bit of a business going on, so that's the reason I had that. And the comments were actually very supportive. Everybody was supportive of mine. They were like, very good moves, you should teach me this. And then as soon as I went on the Muslim side of the internet to talk about issues that I felt were present in the community, that's when I started getting all the hate. We Muslims are supposed to be the most supportive, the most based people. But we can't even let a brother come out and say something as simple as, I don't want my wife to be this way. And then everybody gets mad at him. Whereas if you have a Muslim influencer that's a female and she says, oh, my husband needs to be this, or I don't want him, he needs to be 6 foot, making 100K. Everybody is supportive. What? I've been trying to figure out what's actually going on there. Like, what is the sociology behind it? Because there's something in our psychology that's making us just get mad at people. Just condemn other people's actions without looking at our own. And I think I figured it out. I don't think nobody actually thought about this except for me, but I am the best psychologist in this whole Muslim community, and I am a genius, as you guys know. So Uncle Boris has come up with a solution. Basically, the reason we are like this, surely you will agree that we are raised in a very strict, controlled environment. We are controlled our whole life by our culture, by our deen, by our family. Everything we do is regulated. We can't do anything out of our own free will. What that means is, everything you do, someone is out there judging you, telling you, maybe it's your parents. They're like, you shouldn't be studying this, you should be studying this, you should become a doctor. And these things get to you. And when somebody gets told what to do all the time, they have this strong sense of power imbalance. They need to do the same thing to someone else. It's just human nature. That's why you have some employees who always try to control other employees because their boss keeps yelling at them. This is just normal. And then when we have no one else to take it out to, we start going on people's channels like mine and say, Muslim Boris, you're a bad person. Why did you show that person's photo? Why are you being arrogant? Why are you exposing people's sins? Why are you doing this? When I'm not even doing any of that. Okay, I might have showed some photos, but that's not haram. That's normal. It doesn't say anywhere that you can't show another person's photo to illustrate a point. If it's a female and she doesn't have a hijab, yeah, fair enough. What's the solution? You know me, I always give solutions with the diagnosis. That's just me. Now, this one's a very difficult one to fix, even for a genius like me. There's only one intervention that I can think of for a situation like this. We are not following these rules out of our own free will. We are following them because we think we have to. We live with this, well, because I told you so mentality. You know, when you ask your parents, like, well, okay, I understand that I have to do this, but why? Can I ask why? And they say, because I said so. That's the mentality we have about everything. That's why we are getting so hateful and bitter. What we need to do, we need to do things out of our own free will. But the thing is, we don't understand why we have to do the things we do. Same with the culture. We just do it. That's why it feels like it's so restrictive. That's why people complain about everything being haram. It's not supposed to be a thing. It's supposed to be like, oh, thankfully, the Holy Quran, alhamdulillah, it just told me how to live, and now my life is going to be 10 times better. That's how you're supposed to be. So analyze everything you do, the things you do for your culture, family, mashallah, our beautiful religion, and then look at those things and figure out why you are actually doing them, and then consciously choose to do them. And that might mean some of the things with your family and culture you might have to reject. But the Holy Quran, you're following that because it's the best way to be, not because it's said on there. Imagine you're a car and the mechanic tells you how you are made and what you're made for. That's how you're supposed to think about it. Now, this is a very difficult thing to do. What you need is a community of people with like-minded mentalities. Subscribe to my channel. I'm going to make more videos about this specific topic, and stay halal out there because it's a difficult world.